just me, and it could be you too.
Hello. Hey, hi. These lights are bright. How's everybody feeling?
Great.
Everybody good?
Yes.
Saturday, good weather?
Yes, it is.
Chicago, summertime shine, on its way? Y'all praying for it though. Y'all praying for it though. It's gonna be 4 tomorrow. Y'all know it. It's gonna be 40, then it's gonna be 4. But everybody feeling good? Make some noise for yourselves. Let's get some energy in here. Out here supporting my beautiful little baby sister, man, and everybody know why we here, man, for the 1-year anniversary of the LWOO Show. Please make some noise for LWOO. Because if y'all experience with her has been anything like mine, just the energy, you know, her energy precedes her. You know what I'm saying? And there we go. It's just one of those things where it's like, she's just a ball of energy, man, and like she lights up a room when she comes in. She has beautiful people in her network. Obviously, if you look around the room, you know, we might not all know each other, but we all know we in good company. Can y'all feel that? Yeah. Everybody kind of feel that vibe, that energy? All right, so we're going to start and get the house in order. We're going to start and get the house in order. We got some things. We're gonna do a lot of good stuff today. We're gonna learn. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to kiss each other in the mouth. We're going to do a lot of stuff. But before that, we're going to set this house in order. And we're going to bring up the father of the lovely LWOO, none other than Mr. Ward, to give us the opening prayer. Give him a round of applause.
Well, you guys already know that my daughter gave me this accolades because she knows that I am a theater major myself. And so when you see her, you see me. So all of that she's doing, she kind of stole a little bit from me. I just want you all to know that, okay? Let's turn within and know that the one that we're with is always here. There's no spot where God is not. And no matter where you are or when you are, God is there with you. So we bless you today. We bless this show today. We bless the food today. We bless all of the people that are here today. And we bless those that are having a fit with parking. Bless them also to get in here for what we need to do. And Lord, we thank you. We thank you for these moments because these moments don't come around all the time. But when they do, we thank you for it. And we thank you, Father, for all of this audience that's here. We thank you for those that are going to leave here so they have safe passage on their way back to their destination. And we pray, Lord, and congratulate you for putting us here together today. With that, I say, thank you, Father.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you.
And so it is.
So it is.
Amen.
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 On the real, I was going to say, you going to hit us with some of that Rafael De La Ghetto while you up here? Come on, man. Cannons to the left of them. On the real. So, yeah, man, as people are still continuing to filter in things like that, we got a great show for you all, some great interviews, and again, just dope energy, and you all kind of provide that part, man. So, but just thank you, Mr. Ward, for girding our spirits about the truth. We also want to just let y'all know, for those that don't know, who is about to grace us with their presence, man. So we're going to give y'all a little bio, a little background on the woman of the hour. So I'm going to call up Miss Tishy Tish to the stage, and she's going to read a bio for none other than the lovely LWOO. Give Tish a round of applause. She comes to the stage, please.
I'm a little short. So everybody, I'm Letitia. I'll be reading Lauren's bio. Lauren C. Martin, better known as LWOO, is a motivational speaker, published author, self-confidence coach, and talk show host. LWOO graduated from Howard University with her BA in broadcast journalism and her MS in communication from Northwestern. LWOO is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and Phi Sigma Pi National Honors Fraternity. She is the founder of LWOO Academy, NFP, Learning, Wisdom, Optimism, and Opportunity, and the founder of LWOO Enterprises, LLC, Lauren Ward, Overcoming Obstacles. LWOO is the host of the LWOO Talk Show and celebrates the 1-year anniversary today. You can support LWOO by following her on social media at LWOO Speaks. LWOO loves the Lord. She will be celebrating 2 years of marriage in August to her lovely husband Tyshawn Martin. And she loves her parents, family, and friends. LWOO lives by her favorite mantra she created, which is claim it, own it, and execute it. Because once you claim who you are, own who you are, and execute who you are, no one can stop you. The world doesn't validate who you are, only God and you validates who you are. So look out, world, because LWOO is a powerhouse and she is ready to educate, empower, and eager to involve our community. Contact her at LWOO1988@gmail.com.
We're going for Miss Tishy Tez. Thank you, Tish, for that bio. All right. So real quick, before we bring up the woman of the hour and we get started with our program, I just want to check and find out how many people, by round of applause, are related to the lovely LWOO. Make some noise. Relatives, okay. How many people went to school with the lovely LWOO? Anybody? Okay, a couple of them. How many people have worked with her in any capacity? Workers, okay. And how many people just love LWOO? That's everybody, right? All right. So I believe that the moment has come where she's going to grace us with her presence. So if y'all could give a big round of applause for Miss Lauren C. Martin, better known as LWOO. Round of applause, y'all.
We're going to go ahead and move right along with the program. And I'm going to call up our first guest. She's very special to me, which is why I made her my very first guest. She is someone really special. So she's going to come up and introduce herself. But if you could help me to give a round of applause to my first guest, Brittany Jett. Yes. Well, Brittany, welcome to the LWOO Show.
Thank you for having me.
And I just want to say that this is not new for Brittany because Brittany is actually my sister. I know many of you might have not known, and some may have known, but she's very special to me because we started the LWOO Show and interviewing really in our backyard. She was my very first guest back then, and now she's my very first guest today.
Yes. Thank you.
And we were only, 8 and 9? Or 10 and, maybe 10 and 8. Yeah, we would.
I thought we was in our 20s.
Oh, snap. Oh, you know what? I'm
Years
sorry.
ago, y'all. A couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. We was like maybe 19 and 20. Yeah, I was kind of off. But yeah. We were definitely 19 and 20. But it was really nice, you all. It was really nice. So Brittany, if you could introduce yourself, please just tell us more about who you are and what you do.
Hey, everybody. This is on. Yeah. So I am Brittany Jett, also known as Jet. I am a blogger, a writer, and an encouragement leader. I have a blog called journeyonjet.com, and my blog is based around self-love and loving yourself while in your solitude and embracing your singleness as a young Black woman. I started this blog in 2017 to document my journey and to encourage other people to journey on despite life's obstacles and twists and turns. In 2008, I lost my mom suddenly, and it really encouraged me to be an encourager to other people. So that has been my journey. And I have some really great stuff happening in 2019. I guess we'll talk about that. But yeah, that's me.
Yes. Oh, round of applause. Round of applause. Yes, well, that actually leads me to my first question. I would like to know, Brittany, how do you define beauty in 2019?
I think beauty is always your inner being. The outside really doesn't mean much if your inside is not right. So I think Lauryn Hill said it, how you gonna win when you ain't right within?
Okay.
So I think beauty just starts within, and it starts with that inner work that's sometimes hard and sometimes ugly that we must do, and the outside is just gonna always shine naturally when you're right within. So
Yes. Very beautiful. This is true. How you gonna win if you're not right within? So I absolutely agree with that, because it's a lot of people, even if you think of social media, who are constantly comparing themselves online. So I think it all starts within yourself, and you have to be confident within that. And that leads me to the next question. How are you comfortable in your own skin? Living in a world where everybody's on social media, you see people traveling, getting married, having kids. How do you stay true to who you are and being comfortable in your own skin?
God. I mean, staying prayed up for sure, and knowing yourself for yourself. We live in a world where everybody is telling you who you should be, what you should do, but you have your own journey, I have mine, and if I'm comfortable with where I am, then I'm good. So definitely staying prayed up, having a spiritual relationship with God, and seeking Him to know who you are for yourself.
Yes. Amen. Can I get an amen? Amen. Boy, she anointed y'all. Favor. And also, Joe, look, okay, Joe, I know y'all heard me call her Joe, so that's our secret thing. I've got nicknames. People in the audience know Tishy Tish, Gina Killer, Tracy. I got a lot of pet names. So Joe is our thing, and I know if y'all from Chicago, you know we say Joe. So I just wanted y'all to know that's how we do. Okay. Everybody call, yeah, that's our thing, yeah. So the next thing, Joe, how can women of color bond more and overcome criticism? How do you really think we can bond more, especially as women of color? Because I think we do see in our community, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of competition. You know, instead of me just complimenting your shoes, I'm kind of, looking you up and down, and it shouldn't be that way. So how do you think that women of color can bond more and overcome criticism?
Well, I think women of color have come a long way.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's a lot better in 2019 than it was in previous years, because of a lot of us are creatives and a lot of us are collaborating more. I think it's a lot easier. Again, it depends on the woman. If you're not confident within yourself, you can't come around women that are, because it'll be hard for you. You might see something in me that you wish you saw in yourself. So the first thing is, of course, being confident in yourself and in your own personal gifts and in what you bring to the table. And then coming to the table authentically yourself, and being able to be around other beautiful women and collaborate or connect or compliment, but it starts with you. So if the woman is not confident, then it won't happen.
Yes. Amen. And also I want to know, Joe, I just really want to know about what it means to be a woman to you. I know that a lot of times, we struggle as women, and I know you said that earlier, and I appreciate you sharing that about losing your mom and some of the struggles that we have. So if you could give advice to a young lady or a woman who has lost her mom or who has different struggles and challenges throughout life that may be feeling like this is holding me back, what advice would you give?
We all have our own journeys, but I think to be a woman to me is to be someone, again, that's strong and confident and knows that if you're still here, you're still here for a purpose. So a lot of people that might lose their mom or lose a loved one or just go through a tragedy in general, it's easy to lose yourself if you don't have that relationship with God. So it really starts there. It's inner work that we have to do, and sometimes it's just really hard to be with yourself and do that work. But becoming a woman today, I mean, I'm only 28, I'm still becoming. But becoming a woman today for me, I moved out on my own last year, and it was very hard. But it's been a journey of solitude. So when I'm home, I get to really tap into my self-work, and I get to really discover who I am and what I like and what means something to me, and I get to create my own space around myself and build myself up as a woman. So it's me loving on me every single day, because at the end of the day, it's me with me. So being a woman to me is being able to be with yourself, spend time with yourself, love on yourself, do what makes you happy, and just blossom into who God has created you to be.
Yes. Yes. And Joe, my last question to you before we go into what you're doing in 2019, I just want to know, how have you been able to have so much discipline? Because you do a lot. First of all, I'm so proud of you. And I'll try to stop from getting emotional. Like, this is my baby, y'all, okay? This is my little sister, and I'm so grateful for her. Like, when nobody else believed in me, she did. So when I tell you, if you know me, you know this girl. And this is my heart, and so I just want to know, I'm very proud of you, and I just want to know how you've been able to have so much discipline, because there are so many people who don't do the work, but they expect the results. And I just want to know, how have you been able to have so much discipline with reading, with doing self-care, with going to church, grounding yourself in a world, again, where society makes you feel like you got to have this and you got to do this. How do you keep that self-love? How do you have that discipline?
I come from a very amazing family full of just strong women. You made that very clear. That's one of my family members over there at that table. But I come from a family full of just amazing women. I was thinking about this the other day, and men too. We talking about the women though. It's Women's History Month. But I was thinking about the women in my family the other day, and how we just come from a family of just strong women who don't complain much. They just get it done. And we're full of just independent, beautiful black women. I never really see us cry much, and if we do, it's very purposeful. I never really see us complain. We work as many jobs as we need to. We get it done, for ourselves. And we have some amazing men in our family, but if we didn't, we would be an army full of women. So I'm grateful for my tribe and the women that I come from, including you. And yeah, what was the question? I feel like it was another part to the question.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think the last, yeah.
Oh, discipline. Okay, I just got caught up in the family thing. Discipline, it's work. It's work every single day, every day. One thing, too, with Journey on Jet, I try to make myself very relatable. So I think a lot of times when we get platforms like this, we put on facades like we have it all together, and I'm not that girl. So I do not have it all together. But one thing I do is I fight for myself every single day. And I let it be known that I'm fighting for myself every single day to myself. And then it just sprues out into the world. So, yeah.
Very So Jet, before you leave our presence, our stage, tell us more about what you're doing in 2019. Because I gotta say, girl, when you released that self-love video on Valentine's Day, girl, when I saw it, I said, this is. It was just that good. Like, if I was having a down moment, it made me feel sexy. It made me feel empowered. It made me feel I was inspired. So yes, please tell us what you're doing in 2019 and tell us how we can follow you and support you.
Yeah, so in 2019, again, journeyonjet.com is my website and blog. I started the Self-to-Self video series, so it's a words in motion video series based around encouraging women to love themselves in their solitude, whether you're in a relationship or not, to love yourself. And I released it on Valentine's Day because I felt that that was a day that a lot of women who don't have a significant other, they really struggle with that one day as if love isn't supposed to be 365 days a year, but you know. So I released that to really encourage women that it is okay to be single. Like, it is okay to spend time with yourself, and it is okay to rebuild and to relearn. Because sometimes when we come out of relationships, we want to hurry up and jump into something else without doing our work, because sometimes we're the toxic ones. Sometimes we're the ones that need to do the work. So it was just really an encouragement video for women to really tap into loving themselves. And I just shot the other one this morning before I got here.
Oh, gee. I'll be watching that.
But it's a 6-part series that's leading up to me releasing some work in July that you guys will stay tuned for.
Wow.
But it's a 6-part video series of self-love and words in motion, and me just encouraging other people with my words. So.
Yes. Yes. And how can we follow you? What's your social media again?
So our social medias are at journey_on_jet. I also have business cards with all of that information as well. And thanks for having me.
Thank you, Joe. Yes. Well, let's give her another round of applause. Yes. So we are going to have our host back up for a moment, and he will tell you what's in store next, but we are going to keep moving here, and we've got another special guest coming to the stage. Stay tuned now. Okay.
You know, when I came up here, I wanted to put the house in order. I wanted to get to the prayer and the Bible. I forgot to introduce myself, huh? Nobody knows this guy. Sorry. I'm social media famous. My name's... Somebody slapped their lips very hard on that. I'm not social media famous. Sorry. But my name is Calvin Leroy King III. I am one part of This, That, and the Third. This is a dope podcast, man, a Chicago-based podcast. And it's a lifestyle show that gives you life, literally. That's my co-host with the most, Miss Reese Peace, one and only. Can y'all give her a round of applause? She's working so hard. Working behind the scenes and producing the show. And she actually is a producer on the LWOO Show. So she does a lot of stuff behind the camera, in front of the camera, and just for the culture, right? But that's me, and y'all can follow us on all social media platforms by searching This, That, and the Third, with the third spell I like the Roman numeral 3. And it's just dope, man. We talk about a lot of different things, from new news to entertainment, relationships, which is our favorite topic on This and the Third. So, good? All right. So I think that's enough politics for right now. We're going to go ahead to the second segment. Can y'all give a round of applause? We welcome LWOO back to the stage. Come on, girl. That music. Oh, work. Hey, work. LWOO, y'all.
Keep this party rolling. Are you having a good time? Yeah. Man, thank you so much for being here. You don't know how much it means to me. Can you imagine putting on an event and nobody comes? I mean, you put... Been there? Yeah, now that's true, because I remember this one time I had put on an event and there was only like one person there. I had did it for high schoolers. You know how they be. And well, you can't trust them high schoolers sometimes. I put on an event, I'm gonna tell all my friends. I'm like, cool. And you know, trying to be nice and everything. I'm like, you gonna put it on, yeah, I'm gonna put it on social media and everything. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. Get to the library, only one person. I said to the young man, didn't you put this on social media? I thought you was gonna have, he was like, man, bro, I forgot, my bad. I'm like, oh. You right, at least he Man, them high schoolers, I could, oh Lord, we'll say for next time. But bringing to the stage now, we have another special guest. And I would like to say she's amazing, okay? I met her last year, and when I tell you her spirit, her energy, oh, I just felt something when I met her. I said, okay, girl, we got to connect. Her name is Ashley Nicole. Give her a round of applause.
You too, girl. I love the red now.
Yes, thank you. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So I met Ashley Nicole last year, you all, and as I said before, she's an amazing person. She has her own talk show, and as a matter of fact, I'll let her introduce herself because she doesn't just have her own talk show. Like, who is a lawyer and has a talk show? Ashley Nicole. Let's hear from you, young lady.
Thank you all so much. And I would be remiss if I did not reintroduce myself as Ashley Nicole Kirkwood because I am married.
Now that's real. Now that's
And my husband is here. He's amazing and wonderful. So I am a wife. I do have my own law firm. I left, we'll probably get into this, but I left my 6-figure job at my firm to start my own firm. And then I have an online show and podcast, and it's called The Currency of Confidence.
Yes.
So I'm honored to be here, excited to be here, and can't wait to support you today.
Oh, thank you, Ash. Yes, let's give her another round. Oh, wow. Well, yes, Ash, well, tell us more about your podcast.
Yeah, so the podcast is called The Currency of Confidence. We did a live taping last year, and I came up with it because when I think about how I've been able to leave a job, I was at $280,000. I would have hit over $300K before I left. And someone's like, oh, it's all right, girl, it's all right. When I think about how I even had the confidence to do that, or the confidence to be the only black woman at Kirkland & Ellis, which is the firm I worked at, it was confidence, you know what I mean? And as a black woman, everything that I do has to be rooted in confidence of myself, and that comes from my faith, because otherwise I can't depend on society to give me that confidence. So yeah, that's why it's called The Currency of Confidence.
Wow, that's amazing. And you know, that leads me to our first question. So Ash, I want to know, how do you give the perfect pitch? It's funny because you and I were on the phone yesterday just talking about this. And like you said, it comes from a place of having confidence. But if you've been in an environment where your confidence could have potentially been tampered, how do you have confidence to go out into the world and pitch your ideas and dreams?
Yeah, so here's the thing. Who in here has a dream? Anyone? Any dreams?
Right here.
Okay, great. Who believes in their dream?
Right here.
Okay, so then that means you all are all taking action on your dream, right?
Yeah.
True.
Y'all know Jesus? Y'all heard of him before?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think of Jesus as like the ultimate influencer. So nobody followed Jesus because he didn't believe, or because he looked like he was losing all the time, or because he was just like weak sauce, right? Like, people followed Jesus because he had something he believed in so much that he told everyone about it, whether they wanted to hear it or not. So I don't think it's about having the perfect pitch. I think it's about actually pitching. When people say, like, you know, how did you get a client, or how did you, I may have pitched, like, over the past month, I think last month, I sent out 200 pitch emails to potential clients for my law firm. I'm an intellectual property lawyer, so if any of you have businesses, I can help you own your name. That's what I do as a lawyer, and I draft contracts. If you don't have contracts in your business, you're likely gonna lose money. So I help people do that type of stuff. So I may have pitched 150 clients month to month, and I landed 12 of them. So I don't think it's about having the perfect pitch. I think it's about actually pitching, and because I believe in what I do, I don't mind telling everyone about it.
Yes.
But I think sometimes we have dreams. I saw this on Facebook, dreams that are borrowed from someone else. It's not really what we want to do, but it's like, it looks cool, or our parents want us to do it. So we're kind of apprehensive about telling people about it. But the fact of the matter is, if you believe in what you're doing and you have something to help other people, you should absolutely be telling them about it. And you'll perfect your pitch as you get feedback, and as you start to see who's biting, who's responding to your emails, then you can start altering and crafting your pitch. But you can't get to beta without alpha.
Right.
So you have to know the audience, but you need to actually, like, right, can't get to beta without alpha, all the alphas and Ks in here. So essentially you have to know, like, what you're doing, and then watch the response, and then tailor as you go on. But what I see is people don't even start because they're afraid of not being, you know, perfect. But I don't get rid of that.
Right.
Start, and then you'll perfect as you go along.
Exactly. And that's why I actually want to know, as a talk show host, and that's another reason why we connected, y'all. I said, oh my God, another black woman. Oh, because you know, it would be cool if I could have came up with Oprah, but I kind of missed that wave.
Right,
so when I
right,
met
right.
Ashley on the phone, so when I met Ashley, I'm like, oh my God, somebody, you know, similar, like-minded. I'm like, this is a perfect, because when we get our shows and stuff,
Right.
Yeah, you know,
Absolutely.
yeah, I see it now, the lights, lights, camera, action. And so I want to say this, Ash. Do you feel the need, since you do have your own show, do you feel the need to ever compromise your integrity to get ratings and views? Do you ever feel like you have to lead with the sex and drama in order to get the ratings and views?
That wouldn't work for me, number one.
Come
So
on.
I feel like everyone has to know you gotta be real with yourself. Ain't nobody checking for nude photos of me on the internet, okay? That's number one, right? And number two, like, I would never do that. Like, I'm smart, right? I feel like there are sometimes people who have that sex appeal. They are naturally, like, that's how they are. Like, that's a part of who they are, whether it's their body positivity movement, they, like, started off doing makeup, so they're always fab online. That's in line with their brand. That's just not in line with my brand. So if I started posting, like, suggestive photos tomorrow, people would be like, well, what is this? We ain't following you for this. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't make sense. I don't knock, like Cardi B, for instance. I like some of her songs, especially Money. That's a really good song.
Yeah, I like
when
that.
I'm feeling like, man, I'm not getting my cash today, I put on Money, then I'm like, yeah, let me go get the bag. I like that. But the way that she talks and all that, like, she used to be a stripper, so she has this persona, that's actually who she is.
That's true.
So it works for her because it's authentic. It's not because it's vulgar necessarily, it's because that stuff she be rapping about, that's her life.
Yeah.
I can't rap that stuff and then sell it, that ain't my life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I never feel that push. I feel pushed to be authentically me. And I know that means I won't have every audience, but I don't want every audience. And I don't want every door. I want my audience, I want my door, I want my opportunities. I don't want everyone else's.
Mm-hmm. Come on, yes, okay? And so, with that being said, would you be open to doing a reality TV show?
Yeah, so the thing about that is, I talked to my husband about that because we've had certain conversations with other people about it. I would be open to it, but he is not really open to it. And the fact that, like, you're married, right?
Right.
So all media studies show, like, people like married women. So if you are married, they like when you, like, post stuff with your husband or you and him cooking in the kitchen, because everyone wants to believe marriage is 100% innocuous, innocent, and fun, which, I mean, with my man, it's pretty good, you know what I mean? But, like, people love that, but he's not really down for that. And I think it would be hard for me to do a reality TV show without showing the full picture of who I am.
Yes, I agree. Because
So only if he would be down for it, because I can't be on TV looking single. I got enough DMs, you know what I mean? I don't need those problems.
right.
You know, most of them are from the men who ain't even in this country. Do y'all get those messages?
Yes.
Okay,
I didn't get that on Facebook.
I'd be like, babe, don't even worry. This man is over here in
Australia.
Yeah, so like it would be tough, like, because you never want to, you know, misrepresent who you are.
Right, and I can relate to that because my husband, he's laid back, behind the scenes. Yeah, Ty don't be going. He's not trying to be in the spotlight. He's not trying to. No. Ty's not. And the thing is, but you know what I love about him is that although he doesn't want to be in the spotlight, he's so supportive. And,
Right.
he's so loving. And you know what? If I ask him, like, let's say, for example, maybe nobody did show up, and I needed a guest to interview, my Tata, I'll be up here proud.
Yes. Shout out to all the supportive husbands.
Step in.
Yeah.
Step in. So I agree. Your husband is amazing, and that's truly a blessing.
It is a blessing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
truly a blessing. And now, Ash, before we come to an end, what's next for you? What's coming up in 2019? Because I attended her talk show earlier this year. You all, it was phenomenal. Oh, girl, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the live and the college and then the theme song. Girl, it was bad.
Thank you so much.
What? So tell me now. After that, now what's coming up next?
So, what's next for me? I'm going to be doing a college tour coming up in Q3 probably. So I wrote a book called The Law School Hustle. Since I went from having a 2.1 in undergrad to graduating with a near perfect GPA from Northwestern Law, I wrote a book about how that happened. And so I'll be going to probably 5 or 10 colleges this year, and then 5 or 10 law schools this year as well to talk about that. So I'll be doing that in the next couple of months.
Gee, that's amazing.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. And tell us, Ashley, how can we follow you? How can we support you?
Okay, cool. So if you are an entrepreneur, then you should go to the Ashley Nicole Show. On Instagram, I'm at the Ashley Nicole Show. If you want to join my mailing list, you would just text Ashley, ASHLEY, to 66866. And for all your legal needs, just go to mobilegeneralcounsel.com.
Yes! And congratulations, too, on being on the Jam. Yeah, she was recently, do you guys watch the Jam?
Yeah.
It comes on early in the morning. My girlfriend Felicia is on there, and Ashley Nicole was on the Jam. I wanted to just
Thank
applaud.
you. Thank you so much. Yeah, with R. Kelly and Jesse, they have me come on as their legal expert. So they'll stay in the news, and I'll stay on the Jam.
Okay, okay, that's
Yeah.
real, that's real.
That's
Well, let's
real,
give
yeah.
her another round of applause, y'all. Thank you. Well, we will have, thank you so much. Thank you to you and Jet. I really appreciate you guys. We will have our lovely host come back up, and I know y'all are probably hungry and everything like that, so don't worry. Okay, yeah, that's why I got him coming back up. He gonna tell y'all what to do next. I'm all about the community and bringing forth the unity, and you will see that's ill. And we can change the whole world, not with diamonds and pearls. Raise up boys, little girls. That's ill. You see, that's where it all starts. From the bottom of my heart, we can reach the top charts. That's ill. And if we all come together, we can change the whole world before it all